Okay, how are we doing today? Alright, this is my zombie idea. Sorry, zombie movie. Promised myself I wouldn't say that word today. Zombie movie story. Half the world gets infected by this madness, this disease, and they find a cure. And they start to cure all these people that have this zombie-like madness, this enraged, feeding on each other, just disease or outbreak. And they start corralling them and they start curing them. Well, they start sending them to rehabs and rehabilitating them to live back into society. Well, this is something that's, you're watching almost like newscasts, showing how it's going in succession. You trap the zombies, you cure the zombies, you rehabilitate the zombies, and then you go from there. Well, flash forward 20 years, and we have segregation again. The previously infected and the non-infected. And there's different drinking fountains. There's the back of the bus. There are restaurants that people that have been previously infected can't go into. And this is back to, it's supposed to be the same kind of idea as segregation back in the 50s. It's supposed to carry that same kind of, hush-hush. Nobody talks about it, but that's just the way it is. Everybody that's been previously infected has this yellow, like jaundice-colored skin, so you can see them. They stand out. There is a football player. The story takes off to where there's a football player, and he's the best, that ever lived. The guy is just amazing. He goes and he starts breaking all the rules. He's fresh out of college. He's been picked up only after a year or two out of college. He's 20 years old, and he's breaking all the rules in the NFL. He's a rookie. He's so strong. He's aggressive, and he's clean. He shows that all his paperwork. One of the parts of the NFL, one of the rules that came into effect was you can't, your parents or you can't have ever been infected, or anybody in your bloodline can't have ever been infected with this disease or this infection, because what it does is even after you've been infected and you're cured, you're still overly aggressive. You still have the almost like superhuman strength. So it's known that there are people that have been affected by this disease that are overly powerful and overly aggressive, and so that's why it's almost like you're taken away from the pureness of the game. So they've actually outlawed anybody that's ever been infected can't play, and they've just started discovering this. Well, this man has paperwork showing he's never been infected. His coach stands behind him 150%. Everybody on the team, all the management and everything, they all stand behind him. He's got paperwork and birth certificates and showing that he's been clean his whole life, and his parents are clean and everything. So, there's a couple guys on his team that suspect something. That suspect, something's not right. Well, he goes home after a really hard day of practice. Jumps in his car. You see him driving. He pulls up into a driveway of a house. He takes a key and he unlocks the front door. He walks in and he turns in and he sees his mom in the kitchen cooking. And he goes in and gives her a hug and, "Hi Mom, how you doing?" And fine. He says, "Where's Dad at?" "Oh, he's back in the den. He's not feeling too good today." So he goes and he walks back into the den, and it's really dark with just a TV shining, and you come up behind like a chair, like a lounge chair, and he goes, "Hey Pops, how you doing?" And he leans over and gives him a hug, and his dad leans over and gives him a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and you see his dad has yellow colored skin. Well, his dad's previously infected, but he didn't show any of the color of the skin or anything else. It's not even showing in his blood work, but he's the offspring of a previously infected person. So it's a fight to keep this under wraps the whole time. He's going back and he ends up dating a girl. He's going back and forth to practice and playing in the NFL, and he ends up dating a girl that he meets. She's a reporter. Well, she does some digging, and she finds out that in his bloodline, the names don't match. The names of the people that they don't match. So of course she's a reporter. She's going to kind of find out why. How is he so good? Where did he come from? There has to be somebody in his background that was a really good athlete. Well, she does some digging and she finds out, his father was listed as dying, as being dead. Well, his real dad is, alive and, somewhat well, but he has him hidden. And she tries to confront him on this, and he doesn't know what she's talking about. A couple other players start to think. So some information leaks, and somebody starts getting the idea. So the whole rest of the movie, the later on at the end of the movie or the story, is him trying to find a way to hide his background and hide where he came from, when all he really wants to do is play football. He loves the game. And so come to find out, they end up he ends up breaking up with her. He ends up playing football. They win the playoffs, and they get almost to where they're going to go to the Super Bowl, and he starts stepping back. He starts not doing so well on purpose, so that he stops getting looked at as, hey, this guy's just too good for his own good. And so he's trying to, get some of the heat off of him, because people are starting to get the idea that something's going on here. There's somebody who's not telling all the whole truth. So, that's the end of the movie, is they lose out on their season, and but all the coaches are everybody that knows, his coaches and the staff of the football organization, the people that are in the right positions, they know that all his information has been faked, because they had everything to do with faking it, because they wanted this kid who's got all this potential to play on their team and do so well and break all the rules and break all the set new standards. Well, they're really let down, and he explains to them that, hey, I just want to play football. I don't need all this heat on me. And so the ending is kind of, we could go any way you really want to. He could, set up for next year, get onto a new team. It's still in the works, but the whole zombie altering, your DNA thing is where I'm really trying to go, is make it more real, make it more real life, something that could be, I'm trying to get out of the realm of oh my God, it's another zombie movie. Well, I want it to be like a sickness that changes people. Some people get the traits, some people don't. Some people are stronger, some people aren't. Some people, die from it. It's really going to go a little bit anyway. So I'll put a new one up tomorrow. I'm sorry, this one wasn't as good. It wasn't as planned out as I wanted it to be. But hey, I'm doing this off the cuff, so let me do my best to put something together for tomorrow and another idea. And I hope you have a good day. Thank you. Bye.